Hey y'all, welcome. It is your one and only Behaving Too Funny. This is tea time, where we have real conversations, real talk, real unfiltered shit. And so, y'all, today's topic is straight men versus gay men. And so, I want to just say real quick, we talking about the communication between straight men and gay men. We're talking about dating, relationships, all that stuff, and how we approach love in general, right? So I want to make it clear that this isn't one of those, oh, he about to expose somebody. Oh, so sorry to burst your bubble, babes. Boo, tomatoes. But there are definitely some patterns and experience that I just think that are very interesting. You feel me? So who you feel like who has it easier when it comes to dating? And I feel like straight men. Especially if you look good and you got a six pack. The appearance could be bomb as hell, but you could have a fucked up personality. You could be a real psycho. And so I just feel like straight men, they just have a lot of more traditional dating. Like, pick a girl on a date, buy her flowers, feel me, meet the parent. Whereas like gay men, I feel like have more freedom to decide who wants to make the first move. So like who wants to, you feel me? And so I feel like gay men is more of a damn, especially if you're messing with DL men. That's like a whole different situation. But if you're messing with them specifically, like you can't do certain things that you would do in a traditional relationship. And that's just really annoying as fuck, because my thing is, I was 29, y'all, and still, you feel me, be messing with, my little DLs from time to time. But I just feel like it's a masculinity type of thing. And that's going back to my next subject, which is masculinity. I feel like, what is masculinity? What is being masculine? What does that even mean? Like, and do straight men feel more pressure to always be the man in the relationship? Because the women always say they want a broke nigga. But my thing is, there's a lot of things that come with niggas that have money as well. So it's like pick and choose, you feel me? So it's really interesting to just see, because I have a lot of my female friends, I don't want no broke nigga. And nobody wants a broke nigga. But like, I feel like in the generation and the society that we're in now, it's, I could do better all by myself, or like get the fuck on. Like, what do you have to offer? Because dick ain't hard to get, pussy ain't hard to get. So I just really find it very interesting, because what the fuck is masculinity? Can two masculine men have a healthy relationship? Because people ask me all the time, yeah, if you ever to get married, like, who's gonna be the boy or the girl? Bitch, we're both men. If I wanted to be a girl, bitch, I'll be a trans woman. I think it's all about knowledge and just knowing that it's okay to ask questions. But my thing is, we're both men at the end of the day. Same thing with the lesbians. They're both women at the end of the day. So I feel like when it comes to that, just ask questions. Nobody's being a boy and a girl. We're both the same fucking sex. But there are also a lot of men that are DL because of situations that happened in their past, triggers, molestation, they get touched by the cousin, then they get older, they want to do some shit. Some people haven't been through those situations. Some people just want to motherfucking try it. Just going back to the relationship and cheating and being loyal and all of that other stuff, I feel like, is there a difference between gay and straight men when it comes to that? Because my thing is, even a gay man, so I'm still a human being. I still, go through just like everyone else. I feel like there's no difference. I feel like, yeah, I'm dating a man and I can be loyal. I don't, whatever the case may be, it's the same thing when a man dating a woman. Yes, I don't have no titties and a vagina, but I think this shit is very fucking ghetto, to be honest. A lot of people always ask me, why are you like trying to only go for DL men? That's not the case. I think that's just circling back to the masculinity thing. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to, you feel me, open up and be more open. And when I mean by that, like, people who know me know that I only like the hood niggas like the man. Because the way we grew up, you feel me, we were told like, you have to talk a certain way. People that act like men. Niggas that act like niggas. So they have little feminine ways, but everyone, that's just going back to having a preference. Everyone has a preference. But like, on the real, y'all, like, what the fuck? Like, hello? But no, as I am getting older, like I said, I am starting to explore more, explore my options more. Like I can say I dated, I messed with this one dude that was feminine, one, and then he was male. Like he was in between, he was both, on and off. But he was just so fine, and his personality was just like so dope. Then just to find out the nigga was get out. But no, that was just going back to the masculinity. Yeah, I think being masculine doesn't define what a man is or does not define how tough you are, whatever the case may be. However, I understand people want a man that is a man. So that makes sense. Just to like conclude real quick, like straight men and gay men actually have in common, right? Yeah, actually look it up. Straight men and gay men have the best relationships, friendships, if they're not homophobic. Look it up. Like both straight men and gay men can struggle with being vulnerable. Both can fear rejection. Both can want love and have difficulty expressing it. Both can be loyal or disloyal. Both can communicate well or terrible, and both can be sexually aroused to each other's partners. But some may also get rejection. That happens on both ends. But at the end of the day, I don't think the biggest difference between straight and gay men relationships is necessarily the ability to love. But I think the bigger conversation is how have we been taught to understand relationship, masculinity, being vulnerable, and communication. I think we need to get out of the way of that's how I was brought up or how I was raised. That can be good to a certain extent. I think how I was being raised, we have that type of thoughts in our head like, damn, this is all I know, this is all I want to know, because that's all you feel me? But when you get older and you start to explore and do your own research, you'll work. So I would definitely say, you guys, do your research, be loyal to whoever you love, whoever you like. Everybody wants to feel wanted. Everybody wants somebody they can trust. And everybody wants somebody who's going to be honest with them. So maybe the real question is straight guys versus the gay guys. I think the real question is why so many people struggle to communicate, trust, and commit. And that concludes the conversation. I am your host, D Haven Too Funny. Until the next episode on Tea Time. So see y'all later.